Come on. Let the juices flow here. We're letting the juices flow here. Coming out the gate. Coming out the gate with spitting hot fire, baby. Spit hot fire. Take it away. Take it away. Oh. Happy Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thursday. It's a good Thursday. So sunny out there. I have actually no idea. I record this a few days before Thursday. But it doesn't hurt to help. Okay? Positivity is key. So here we are back with another one. Village Idiot coming at you live and direct. AKA the Golden Boy. AKA oldest man alive. Got some things I gotta get off my chest here. First of all, how are you all doing? Good? Fucking fantastic. And you're welcome. And let's get serious here. Because shit's going down, right? Every day, something new. Something frothy out the gate. You can't help it. This is America, and cue in Childish Gambino, right? And I was thinking the other day, who uses Twitter? That's my thing right now. Who's using Twitter? I would have loved to be there for the pitch for that fucking app. Hey, I got an idea. Like, okay, so first of all, let's reach back for a sec. Facebook was before Twitter, right? Who the hell hey, I got an idea. Let's create Facebook, but not as much Facebook. It's the same thing except less. In fact, you can only type less. Oh, that's a great idea. Let's make that. Fuck yeah. Yes. It's about time. Like, so I can get Instagram. It's a picture thing, very exclusive to the pictures. Great. But I don't know really the difference between Twitter and Facebook, other than that everything that Facebook can do, Twitter does less. I've never had a Twitter. I feel like that's what that's like right now creating a go-kart and being like, hey, it's like a car, but a lot slower. You want one? You ain't getting to work in time, that's for sure. And I don't know who's getting their point across on Twitter anyways. It's like a war zone, from what I hear. Along with all the other ones, it's like, what's the freaking point? You gotta really be, desperate to get your opinion out there. Facebook's already too much. I can't imagine people who live their lives on Twitter as well. For crying out loud. So the big news, and I'm going to say it right now, okay? I'm just going to say it because nobody else has. And I got to be hip, I got to be cool, I got to be fly. I got to stick with it, as they say, with the Wendy's dough. And so I don't even know. I'm going to botch the name because I'm not a pop culture person. But who the Bad Babby? What's her name? Bad Babby. It's got to be Bad Babby. The H might be silent. The Cash Me Outside. How about that? I'm going to say it. Chick's ugly, bro. Somebody had to say it. And there's all this hustle and bustle. Oh my God, she's 18. She's a millionaire. Day one on what the hell's that app called? Damn it, I forget the name of the platform where people are selling OnlyFans. She's 18. Oh my God. Like, she's the girl, she's the person who had to have invented. She's like the satire of somebody who might live in the inner city. Let's be real. She says 7-Eleven when she's going to get gas. I'm gonna go 7-Eleven, and get some gas. Cash me cashing outside. How about that? If it isn't, and don't get me wrong, she's pretty damn smart because she rode that attention economy to the T. She made more than $1 million in mere 6 hours of her being on OnlyFans. God knows what she's doing with the I don't even want to know. She's, in my opinion, not attractive at all. And her personality just not this. And again, I'm not trying to hate because I will say she's fucking just as smart as the next person, if not smarter, for really blowing herself up. But you're definitely pretending the way you talk. You're like, she's just, I have no idea. And for those of you who are buying OnlyFans subscriptions, I'm gonna give you $1 million worth of advice right now. And you don't even have to pay me. All right? Porn is free. Let that set in for a second. Porn is free, dude. That's my Crystalia impersonation. No, but seriously. And if you didn't know that, now you do. And you're welcome. Because think of how many people. I don't know what the subscriptions for OnlyFans costs. But $1 million in 6 hours. Not going to even do the math because it doesn't matter. That's a lot of money. So either a lot of people bought in to see her completely naked, or it was really expensive for the whatever it is. But I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of people. And it's like, she's got Instagram. You look at her like, I mean, I've showed a couple pictures by now. Let's be real, dude. There's a lot of pretty people out there. And maybe my opinion ain't the most popular, but let's get real. Anyways, she's killing it. Good for her. Happy 18th birthday. Kudos to the whole OnlyFans. Damn, she's got 8 million subscribers on freaking YouTube. Absolute savage. Absolute savage. She could be an emoji. Cash me outside emoji. I don't understand either the whole emoji thing. Let's get real right now. I'm talking brass tacks, bro. I need to talk to some people because a lot of you who I know, and if you're watching this, you might be one of these people. So sorry if I'm throwing smoke here. Sorry if I'm giving you the heat, putting you on the chair. Who's coloring their emojis based off of their skin? Why? Let's backtrack. Let's backtrack. An emoji, correct me if I'm wrong, an emoji is an emotional gesture. Yes, thumbs up. Oh, that sucks. Cry face. Oh man, I gotta work overtime. Angry face. Oh man, I scored on. I got straight A's. Maybe one of the Asian characters. But who's really like, man, I suck at dancing, and it's like the white guy. It's like and then you color your guy based, and like for those of you who get like tan and then less tan as the year goes, do you keep up with it? Do you go, oh well, I'm really really white right now. Maybe I should change all of them. Because I'm trying to figure out at what point does your skin color properly demonstrate your emotion? You know what I mean? And I'm trying to piece it together because I know so many people who do that. Why I just keep it the yellow one, thumbs up, yellow. You don't see people like I can't make any jokes without sounding racist. What typical? Hey, uh, you want chicken? Black thumbs up. You can't make jokes like that anymore. And it's like, why? Because let's be honest, everybody likes chicken. Everybody. That's just a joke. That's got to be a joke. At least when I grew up. Now, it's racist. Saying what you like as a funny thing. But I think it's even weirder. Why would they have colored emojis? Hey, I'm going to go pay some friends a visit in Africa. Black thumbs up. Hey, I'm going to go to England to have some tea. White thumbs up. So maybe somebody could fill me in, but I'm pretty sure it's all a bunch of bullshit because it really does not matter. And you're wasting your time on it. Speaking of wasting time, I was on TikTok the other day, and something terrifying came across. It's crazy. It's crazy how good we have it. And you want to know how crazy it is? How good we have it really is? Here's this video. I think this is Caitlyn Jenner. If that's I'm not again hip hop culture. Not in it. Not in it. Don't even know. Have no idea. But I prefer to keep it that way myself. But anyways, I think this is Caitlyn Jenner, and here we go. Just watch this.
Make it pop. DJ, blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till you see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. Oh, 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 oh.
Okay. What was that? All discriminatory things aside, because I don't want to pretend like I'm taking it there. No, not at all. Could care less about what she or he does, or do. But you just gotta know. Living on a planet with socioeconomic with as much socioeconomic diversity as this planet specifically, you have people so fucking comfortable that you got a guy who's now a girl dressed up as a red angel botching a Lady Gaga. Is that a Lady Gaga song? And people are like, no, I don't know if that's real or fake. It's so embarrassing that it might be fake. But now take that video and bring it to a country, show some children in a country that don't even have paved roads or irrigation, and show them that. We're so fucking bored that happens. That there's humans just changing themselves and just like, oh. And that's like a movie. That's like Idiocracy. We no longer need to care at all about anything because it's all just being done to the point where it's like you look in the mirror, you go, I'm going to be a dog. And then you wear a dog costume for the rest of your life. And people do that. I think they're called like furries or something. And you know, again, to each their own. I really don't care. The moment I'll care is when they make it a fucking law to do that. I'll be like, yo, maybe I don't want to be a dog. I'm just trying to, you know, go grocery shopping right now. I don't want to be a fucking lemur because everybody else is, And you guys thinking, well, that's a little crazy, Mike, a little far fetched. Yeah, right, dude. It'll be discriminatory at some point if things get as comfortable as they are. You'd be so. It's like pop culture. If you do not abide at least a little bit, and we all have to, and this, we all kind of have to, like, oh yeah, because if you're not in it or supportive of it, you're cast as a bigot or something like that, and then people start hating on you, and it's like, bro, I'm just trying to feed my fucking family here. If I just grab some bread and go home. Because that's kind of not allowed. You gotta dance and you gotta dance and sing to the beat of the same tune of the same beat. Rambling here. I'm a rambling man. But I'm just trying to I'm trying to put myself, and I've said this many times before. I'm somebody who lives on a planet before I'm in a country, and I'm somebody who is a human before anything else. Everything else is just trivial and completely superfluous. There's no need to I'm a white guy, I'm a black guy, I'm an Asian guy. Okay, well, so is that like in your name, or how am I supposed to? Is there a certain way? Why? What are you doing? No, you're human. What's up? That's it. Anything else? You're either an asshole or you're not. Keep it simple. People are getting all crazy in the details, getting really hung up, taking everything. It's like everything that's ever said or done is written in stone or something like that. So, with that in mind, you have to realize the insane cacophony of difference between that person, Caitlyn or Kylie, I think it's Caitlyn Jenner, was once Bruce, singing in a costume as a woman with a man's voice and botching the song. It's like, you gotta be not you. I mean, I'm thinking scalable society here. Like, if you were, I've played a lot of video games that simulated the development of society and the strategic, upgrades and all this, and how to get your society to be more powerful. You gotta be on a fucking tear if people are just like cutting their dicks off and singing on a stage dressed as a wacky fucking red angel, and then the people are just so let's one more time. Let's and there's the guy, I think the guy from freaking Hangover. Here goes again.
Stop, make it pop. DJ, blow my speakers up. Tonight I'ma fight till you see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. Oh, 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 oh.
It's scary. More power to her, because she's living her best life, and I love that. Fine. But really, let's think about that. That's kind of like super eerie that there's still people in fucking droves. I heard somewhere that if you live in one of the first world countries, which is pretty much, United States, Canada, and Europe, and I'm not sure exactly, maybe Australia, but still, you're in the upper 1% of the wealthiest people in the entire world. So what I'm saying is, let's take a second to think about the fact that society progresses, and I'm not saying in the instance that, oh, we're not helping other people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, wow, that's just something that happens. Because I'm not somebody who's going to be victim shaming or saying, oh, these people, poor people. It's like, economy is so complex, and to stabilize an economy or create a stable economy is it's almost impossible to even think that our economy is so stable that people are now cutting their dicks off and singing on stage like that. That's what I'm really saying. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And right, like how would you explain that to billions of people around the world who are like day after day trying to find water and food and shelter. And unsettling on a higher note. We got to keep the levity here, though. We got to keep the levity here, dude. I can't get over that, though. I can't get over that. And that's just one example. That's just one example. What are you going to do? I'm not saying that's bad either. But I mean, crazy. Just crazy. What's it going to be like in 1,000 years? Phew. That's the freaking hitter, bro. Trying to think of words right now. But thanks, guys. Whoever is tuning in, I'm not tuning out yet, but thank you for those who are tuning in. The best podcast in the world. Joe Rogan texted me, said, stop. Listen, bro. We ain't stopping for nothing. For no one. We're trying to get canceled here. Trying to get edgy, dude. Okay, here, let's get edgy. Who the fuck hates Asians? Like, show of hands. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Like, nobody, dude. Fine, there's the geopolitical discrepancies with North Korea and China, and that has its toll on the planet and then the surrounding countries. Yeah. But as far as American culture goes, you gotta be a real fucking asshole to start convincing people, specifically Asians, that everybody hates them. Like, who's starting these things? Because last I checked, the only person I wanted to know, be, or meet was Jackie Chan. My whole fucking life, or Ash Ketchum, like as a kid. And I was born in the early 90s, grew up in the, early, later 90s. And because again, let's be honest, you're born in 2000. So I was born in 92. I was 1 years old in 93. So when did my brain start knowing that I liked things and stuff like that? But between Godzilla, Pokemon, Jackie Chan, Power Rangers, Dragon Ball Z, I think a substantial portion of American culture is credited to Asian things, right? Asian entertainment, Asian culture. I mean, and who are we pitying here? I'm pretty sure Asians are like hands down the highest earning people in this country. They're the minority of minorities, but it's like, is that why we're going to convince them that people hate them? They're the most minority group? It's just so toxic. And then the same thing with African Americans or Central American type people. It's like, hey, everybody hates you. And I get it. Let's fucking not be racist, but I don't think majority was. How often are you going to just make people convince people that everybody hates them because of the way they look? It's a little fucked up, dude. It's like me and you hanging out, whoever is listening. Let's brainstorm here. And I go, okay, you're going to walk into a room. And I go, hey, dude, wait, before you walk in there, everybody fucking hates you in there because of the way you look. Go get him, Tiger. Like, that's awful. And it's like every waking moment. By the way, things that happened hundreds of years ago. It's like, I get it. There's some cultural norms and things like that. But you're not going to break through by being socially conditioned to thinking people hate you. It's a fucking piss poor strategy. And the only people who are perpetuating this are the whitest people ever. And not to bring in colors, but let's be honest. Most of these people are just trying to get social justice warrior points. Oh, that's so racist. Did you see what he said? It's like, no, nobody did until you start talking about it. Stop talking about racism. That's how you make it still be a thing. So simple. I'm trying to imagine the devil's advocate to this. No, it's not. We need to talk about it more. Now everybody's on their toes. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. When half the people who are talking about it come from a generation that don't actually even know racism. If you were born in the 90s, you were watching Pokemon, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, fucking Jackie Chan, Power Rangers, Dragon Ball Z, SpongeBob, SquarePants. You don't even know what fucking race is. Because the reality is it's just humans. Literally watching cartoons where a sponge was friends with a starfish and a squid and a crab and a squirrel. And that was race. That was racially diverse. That was actually racially diverse. All of your friends are humans. And everybody you've ever met is a human. Humans are very unracially diverse, actually. You only know humans. You might have a dog or a cat. K. Unless you're a farmer, you are not a racially diverse person. Technically. That's all I'm saying. Fucking cancel me now, bruh. Speaking of canceled, I don't know who here follows, and this kind of pissed me off, man. But Andrew Schultz has a sick podcast called Flagrant 2 with, oh God, what's his name? With Akash Sai. It's a Indian name. I don't know how to say it. But he had a freaking great episode with with Alex Jones, and he was getting wasted. And it blew up. You know, it got millions of views. And to really put some perspective on that, his podcast is popular. You know, he's got over 345,000 subscribers, which is a good amount of subscribers. Like an insane amount. Obviously, being that I'm on YouTube here with like 150, even though I love all you guys. I got no skin in the game on that account, but what I'm trying to say is that he usually gets like 250,000 250, 300,000 views per video, probably on average. I'm looking at his channel right here. And that one got like 2 million in the first day. YouTube takes it down. Doesn't even like, because for those of you who don't have YouTube or ever worked with a YouTube, you know, if something gets taken down, it just gets unpublished. You still have it on your account. They literally deleted it. Like you can't. They were saying, and he seems so casual about it. I mean, it's kind of like a gun to the head thing, I would assume. Like, listen, that was bad. Don't do that because we said so. It's a mild form of fascism, really. It was a video containing content that somebody didn't agree with. And I watched the whole thing in its entirety, and it was really them just shooting the shit and Alex Jones being Alex Jones while he's drunk, which is hilarious. He's way funnier than I think he is serious, besides like on InfoWars. For those of you who might follow, I know some people don't like him because of political stuff, but shit, man, he's an out of the box thinker. And he's out of his fucking mind, and I trust people who are out of their fucking mind, because anybody who tells you that they are not out of their mind is fucking lying to you, dude. Everybody's a psychopath, dude. And if they tell you otherwise, they are even crazier than you could possibly imagine. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, taken down, completely deleted, it's gone. And I feel like he didn't really have that much to say about it. And I'm, you know, kind of wish I knew, because it's super, you know, you get one of those freaking, you start breaking a sweat when all your content, like myself, is on YouTube. Not just on YouTube, but we also stream on Spotify and Apple iTunes. But the video version, it's the best version. And being that it's on YouTube, it's only a matter of time, I feel like, before I say something I shouldn't. Before I'm a bad boy. Like who's determining these things? It's like some Karen behind the scenes. Like some like somebody who's extremely ideologically driven. And it's like, oh, no, this is bad. And if people consume this, it will perpetuate. Like, dude, no. I mean, maybe, but no. Like, let's be real. Everybody's going to have that opinion that you didn't want to perpetuate regardless. And it was, in this video specifically, just all silliness. Like, wholesome fun. People just being authentic. And, yeah, I don't know. I can't tell the difference between this whole woke thing and being like mildly fascist. Kanye West put it really well. He goes, "How are you woke if you have to abide to the rules of being woke?" Right? The whole point was, right, I think, not to have these stringent guidelines on I want to call it belief, because I'm thinking about things theoretically and theologically. It's like, just because there isn't a book written about it doesn't mean it's not religious. And most things are. Like, politics is another word for religion. And you're just believing on a subset of beliefs. Both parties are all whatever, however many parties. And they're believing in something and then forcing it on each other spitefully, essentially. And then they create drama. We all are, we're all in the loop, especially if you live in this country. I'm assuming there's no country without that political tension. But man, you're really doing yourself an injustice if you're paying attention to that shit, because it doesn't make you smarter. It doesn't really inform you. And you just start to develop the arguments. You start to develop the hate for one side and the arguments for one side. It doesn't matter. So say you favor side one and you favor side one and you don't like side two. So now you're going to develop the same arguments that you hear from side one to combat side two. But the existence of both is the problem, not the existence of one, because they're in perpetual adversity. So fuck that. And that's what happens. Now, like, social media is this, hotbed for cancel culture, and it's done systematically. Like, actual systematic computer oppression. Like if they don't like your opinion, you get deleted. So in an attention economy, that's a little weird. See, I need to start an OnlyFans and start, getting fucking silly, dude. Naked in the tub style. Slipping and sliding, baby. God, I'm hungry. Just got back from the gym getting yoked. That's all I can do these days. Barely, sucking on a mask all the time. That's the best. I feel like one side of the country won't have it, other side of the country will have it. And then there you go. There's side one versus side two trying to make a point, regardless of how much information, literature, or research can back the points of one or the other. They're going to be like, yo, fuck you. And the other ones are going to be like, yo, fuck you. This thing could have lasted 2 weeks if people were just, well, it's weird. Because at the same time, if everybody fell in line, which I think majority did, obviously, because New York and LA and everybody was like, yeah, masks, I'll shut down my business, no problem. 2 weeks, okay. Here we are, 2020, April 12th. It's weird when I'm walking around without a diaper on my face. social pressure is cool. So yeah, I want to know speaking of social pressure, who's got a gun at the vaccination sites? I want to know what happens after you get your vaccine. Is it like, take the picture? Take the fucking picture, man. Post it on your story. Your friends need to see that you got vaccinated. It's got like a 50 caliber sniper rifle pointed at your head. Point blank. I'm talking barrel to your skull. You're like, yeah. Oh, vaccinated, finally free. Like, just do it. Right? Just do what you want to do. And I think that's what it is. It's this imposing where everybody's like, you have to do what I do. It's so funny because the older I got, the better I feel like the better I feel like I am about not imposing what I do as the best thing to do on others. And this has just gone out of control. Everything people do now, at least to some extent, I'm not going to go and say by majority, but to some extent, the things that people are doing, they're imposing on others as if it's the right way. Like, how about you just do it and shut the fuck up? Wear 9 masks. Don't wear any masks. Get all the vaccines. Don't get any. Like, it's such a and there's so much gray area. People are like, well, if you don't get it, no. There's no proving that. That's just pseudo. It's like this. Here's a study that might show. It's like, well, here's a study that might show this. Here's a study that might show that. I'm not gonna sit here and talk shop like I know doctor stuff, but I think it's safe to say that you could develop an argument with research to prove any point you want to. Especially when it comes to something like the Rona. Because, hey, it's been around for over a year, and there's still 7.8 billion people living on the planet. So, we're good. And I'm not saying don't be careful. I'm saying don't make other people be careful. Because that's how you make people not be careful. You cannot. There's no better way to create resistance to something. Like if I started pushing somebody, right? They would push me back. Right? And that's literally just the same thing on all sorts of different levels. On all sorts of different levels. Oh God, I wish I could remember the philosopher. Not philosopher. He was a human behavioral scientist or something. I forget what college. I believe it was a lecture he was giving in the 70s at Harvard. And he was saying, the world desperately needs more people to study human behavioral science. I mean, look where we are our own worst enemy because of this. And that's strictly from I'm speaking strictly from, oh shit, I thought I just canceled my thing out here. Strictly from, we are our own worst enemy strictly from a behavioral standpoint. Because everything is sort of the byproduct of behavior, obviously. Because if you were, again, I like to really remove myself. If you're looking at the planet and you are, say you're an alien and you're watching how all these things go on. One, it's a beautiful way to think about things because you can remove yourself entirely and you realize that, everything that's happening is a symptom of Mother Nature in a sense because humans are still, natural things. It's not like we're artificial at all. I think the only real artificial things you could observe, no. I'm going to go back on that statement. Nothing, because humans create TVs and screens and stuff like that in the same way that a bee might create a hive. It's just a little bit more techy, but it still all comes from soil. You know what I mean? The earth, whatever. Not to go too deep into it, get too crazy, get too brainy, but this is all symptomatic of our behavior. So if we're over here, making policies spitefully toward one another as either side one or side two. Notice how I'm not using anything to freaking, because it doesn't matter. Those two things are so created for the sake of adversity. And it might not have been, calculated to have been that way, but that's what they do. There might never be a one-party system. That would be scary. But I think as the species evolves, it should probably be 3 or 4, because there's less adversity created, and there'd probably far less social dilemmas. Like, how many times are we going to create racism again? Hey, everyone's racist and hates you because of the way you look, by the way. See ya. We're the good guys, just so you know, yeah, because we're telling you. Now, go get them. So, you can't ever. That's the thing, too. And I don't think, maybe we just don't want to admit it yet, but you can't ever stop people from thinking. You're never going to get rid of assholes. You're just not. Unless you, kill them. And even then, there's going to be another asshole. So, short of creating another genocide, I mean, we're going to wrangle up all the assholes. If you're an asshole, we want you to wear a badge. Yeah, I know. I remember what you did. And it's kind of crazy because you're thinking, well, that doesn't make any sense, dude. No. Well, honestly, you can get that out of just taking in more and more data. And I think that's where a lot of aspects of today's society is going. Everybody, everything collects more and more data. Supposedly in China, if any of you have watched Black Mirror, that episode where her score, reflects her ability to fly on an airplane. It reflects her ability to participate with humans in certain social circles, have certain jobs, get certain mortgage rates. They do that in China. Your bank account and your social media account there, whatever they use for social media, is linked. So your rating as a human reflects probably, it's like your credit score. It's what they use for your credit score. So what kind of person you are. And it's so beyond the point, because what I'm thinking is, if the whole point is to make people good, why would you force people to be good? Because if you start forcing people, it goes back to that. Then there's going to be backlash. If you start to force people to do things, you create a reason to rebel. And I think everybody's intention is to be good naturally, but if it's a law to be good, that's where things get shaky, and people, and then people. I think more people get fucked over in that process. I would assume, large scale, because what's the punishment? You can't have a bad day. You cut somebody off in traffic. I yell out the window, go, fuck you. Because that happens. But it's like, back to that human behavior. It's important that people have bad days and are mean to each other sometimes. Think about any time you've been really mean to somebody. Never has there been a time probably in your life where you've reflected on yourself so much. Some people still reflect on themselves today based off of negative interactions that they've had with people. Not just people, but loved ones or family. Or friends, right? So, here we are. Rockin'. Sockin'. Robots. I got nothing else. I don't know what else to say. I'm freaking hungry, man. Want to eat. Apples and bananas. Apples and bananas. All right. I'm going to wrap this sucker up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Comment below. Like, subscribe. Love you so much. And hopefully we get canceled next week. Peace.